Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. One day you're at home and someone knocks on the door. You don't know who it is, you're not expecting anyone, but you go and you open the door and it's one of your friends, or maybe one of your cousins or someone in your neighborhood. And they've bought you food. They've bought you cakes and they've bought you drinks and they've bought you savory foods. They've bought you so much, they've cooked for you and your family. How do you feel when you find someone giving you so much food? And how do you feel when you find that today, inshallah ta'ala, you're going to have dinner with all of that amazing, delicious food? And that's because when we feed people, when we give people food, it makes them feel so happy and it brings them so much happiness and joy. And that's why today's power word, inshallah ta'ala, is the word feeding. Feeding is especially something that we should do in the month of Ramadan. See, when the Prophet ﷺ left Mecca with all of his followers and they had to leave Mecca and come to Medina, when the Prophet ﷺ first arrived, one of the first things that he said to the companions and the people of Medina is that they should spread the salam. Say assalamu alaikum to one another, not just the people that you know, not just your friends. Say the salams to all of the different Muslims. And number two, be good to your family and your relatives. Number three, feed people. Not just the poor, not just the people who need the food, but even your own family, your friends, your neighbors, feed them. And pray during the night whilst other people go to sleep. This is what the Prophet ﷺ first said when he came to Medina. So feeding people is something which is amazing in Islam, but especially in the month of Ramadan. Because the Prophet ﷺ told us that if you make iftar, the iftar meal, you feed someone and they use that food to break their fast, then you will have exactly the same reward as their fast. So your fast, inshallah, you get that reward. And then you feed, maybe you make some food and you give it to your friends, you give it to your grandparents, you give it to your uncles, your aunts, you give it to someone that you know or you don't know in your neighborhood. You give it to them. All of those people who take that food and they break their fast with that food, you get the reward of all of their fasts. They get their reward as well, but you get that reward as well. And that is how amazing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy is in this month of Ramadan. And then on top of that, there's so many poor people, so many needy people across the world who don't have enough food, can't even find bread or clean water or enough food for themselves and their children and their families. So if we feed them as well and we give them food, money that they can use to buy food, that is also an amazing act of worship. And so this is something that we need to do in this month of Ramadan. You don't have to cook lots of food for everyone that you know. It could just be one person a day, one person every few days, one person even a week, that we just need to share some food. Maybe you're just going to cook a bit extra and give it to them. And inshallah ta'ala, the reward from that is amazing, and it's something that we need to do in this month of Ramadan, not just for the people who are close to us and our family, but all of the Muslims that we know and all of the Muslims that we don't, and the people within our communities, so that we show them the beauty of Ramadan and the beauty of fasting. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.